Well, here was my tent site last night. Not the greatest bunch of widowmakers around, but I camped next to this fallen tree, so if anything did fall, I'd fall in that tree. But we survived the thunderstorm. Everything's wet. Well, my tent's wet, that's about it. It's about 8 o'clock, and I am getting ready to hit the trail. Talk to you later. Bye. Well, good morning. We made it through the night and made it through day one. Got to this, you can see it's kind of wooded in this area. I camped about a half mile back. I got my tent set up and started sprinkling. It was thundering and lightning, and got my fly put on real fast and just threw my backpack in the tent and jumped in. Never was able to cook any dinner, but I just ate my protein bars and snacks for today and had my dinner for breakfast this morning. Now it's a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky. So it turned out all right. So ended up hiking 12 miles, this campsite. I ran into a guy and I knew this campsite was coming up, and he goes, yeah, it's just about a quarter mile. He said, there's only one tent there. I got there and there wasn't a campsite left. There were 8 people already there within 10 minutes. So I ended up having to hike down the hill and slept in the, pretty much the woods and the foliage. What you saw, I was just showing you the trail. So basically I just found a flat spot in the foliage. But it worked out. And I was away from everybody because I was tossing and turning the first night. And those sleeping pads are awful noisy. So anyway, I'm heading toward the terminus. So we're heading, or I always say I heading to the terminus. Like I said, we did 12 miles, so it was 31 miles, probably 18 miles. And I'm probably gonna camp out before that. And I think I'm gonna do, if it's easier than yesterday, I'm gonna do 16 today. There's a campsite 16 miles away. It's either 8 or 16, so I don't wanna just do 8, so I'm gonna have to push it to 16. And when I get out of the forest, I'll show you some views. This is what you run into when you get on the trail before I have time to get up here and maintain it. That tree's, I'm too tall to crawl under it, and I guess I'll have to climb over it. I'm about to enter the a burn area. This happened last year. I was actually watching some vloggers, northbounders, and they'd got to this spot, well actually way before this, and they had 20 miles to go to finish their hike, and they had to reroute them and add about 30 miles. because this had just burned and they closed the trail down and provided an alternate. But yeah, after you hike 2,600 miles, yeah, they weren't happy that they had the fire was out, but they didn't want them to walk through it, so they went through there and checked all the trees. But they opened it back up this year. Still smell, a year later, still smells like a fresh burn. Well, I just finished the burn area and I had to climb over about 15 trees, and now I got back into the woods and got more. Oh my goodness. And you'll find a way around, up and over, but it just slows you down. Like I said, winter up here just ended and snow melted, so they haven't had a chance to get out here and clean the trail up. Well, I haven't been videotaping much this morning. It's been a walk in the woods since I left the camp, but this is amazing. The snow up here just melted 3 weeks ago. And look how fast this foliage has grown. Hell, in another 3 weeks, this trail will be overgrown. And I'm sure when I get southern, head back, start heading south, it's gonna really be overgrown. South in Washington. It's pretty though. Big old northwest forest. Well, I hear people coming up behind me. It's probably, I was the first one to leave that campsite. The rest of them were all young people, so they're catching me already. So I'll check in with you later. Well, still walking in the forest. Pacific Northwest. It is, boy, you get out of that sun and it's probably about 52 degrees, but it feels cooler when you're out of the sun and in this damp forest. I've been walking downhill for the last 3 miles, which means I'll be walking up a mountain soon when I get to the bottom. But this is really the first forest I've walked in since I started this. Pretty nice. Has that eerie feel. Dark, damp, nothing but trees. Well, I got down to the bottom of the mountain and just started climbing. Finally have a view up here. Actually, sitting on a log, taking a break, talking to, met a couple guys from Georgia. They had doing the same thing as me. They tagged the terminus. Started a day earlier and tagged the terminus yesterday. And they both had hiked the AT back in 2017. And the one younger guy, he's a smoker. So yeah. And they told me this section I'm getting ready to do are probably harder than yesterday. Yeah, let's check this drop. I don't know if the camera will do it justice. Just walking right on the rim of this mountain. So yeah, if you're scared of heights, you might not like this. Luckily, I'm not. There's my view for now. So to kind of give you a perspective, all those woods over there, that's what I just walked, camped kind of on the other side over here, and I just been switched back, you know, all the way down to the bottom, and then climbed up this side. And I've already showed you this, but that's the little valley between the two. Pretty cool. Getting warm now. Looks like we're gonna go back in the woods. I just met a girl on trail, young girl. Her trail name was Clams. She told me, she said, "Oh, I really like how your hat and shirt, and I don't know if I can show these, my Dirty Girl Gators all match." You know, it's all about fashion on the trail. If you're gonna stink and not take a bath for 10 days, you might as well look good, huh? All right. Well, a while ago when I told you I was at the top, that was like only, I'm still going up, it's an hour later, but here's the first view I've come to. Pretty cool. So one of the things on the trail, if you're a through hiker, everybody introduces themselves by their trail name. And your trail name is given to you by other people on the trail. And you don't have to accept it if you don't like it. You just say, "No, I don't like it." And sometimes it sticks. So I told you earlier about the girl compliment me on my shirt. I've had 2 other women that I've passed telling me how they love my hat and shirt and gaiters. So they said they're gonna start calling me Mellow Yellow. I said, well, I don't know about that one, but so anyway, my buddy Don, who picked me up in Seattle and got me up here, was cracking on my hat, telling me how hideous it was. Well, Don, I didn't get this for you, buddy. So anyway, what an awesome view. See, I found out probably half the hikers on here are, as I mentioned on yesterday's video, are northbound flippers. And I don't know if I said this, but today there's a bus dropping 50 off where I started yesterday. It's gonna make this place crowded, but so they'll be a lot faster than me because they've already got the trail legs, so they should be in and out of here pretty quick. So yeah, last night I had to fight for a campsite. That's what I didn't want to do. So anyway, more later. Well, you turn the corner and the view just keeps getting better and better. Unbelievable. Well, I am still not at the top of this mountain. Holy crap. I've been hiking for 2 hours. But I'm getting closer because just left the tree line. Just met a cool young guy from Australia. He's already hit the terminus and heading down, but he's doing it southbound, so it's pretty cool. But I'm getting winded, so I'll check in later. Taking a little break, and what you see behind me was my lunch view. Ate lunch with a guy from Canada and another one was from England. They were hiking together, and one of them had flipped from the Sierras up here, like a lot of them, and the other guy was just starting doing the southbound like me. Whew. I'm still not at the top of this pass. Oh, I gotta show you this. I gotta flip the camera. So basically the trail continues this way, and you're gonna walk along that ridge that you can see, and that little saddle right there is Woody Pass. So I gotta get up to there, and then I'm sure we'll be heading down. I heard there's a lake up there, or down, and that's where I'm shooting for to camp tonight. They said the mosquitoes are bad, but it's a beautiful lake, so that's what I'm shooting for. I just can't get enough of this. This is my view right off the trail. And down here at the bottom, way back there, I'm just gonna pick it up. Well, still walking this ridge. Getting closer to Woody's Pass. And it's one of those straight down drops, but you can't tell it on camera. But Woody's Pass is right up there in that little V. And I am ready to get up there. And Tommy, if you're watching this video, this climb today makes Mount Sterling look like a bump in the road. This is tough, but I mean the views are so spectacular. You got to stop, take pictures and videos. So not just constant climbing. Here's my view. Well, finally made it up the top to Woody's Pass. So we see what it looks like. And I started at 8:30 this morning. It's got to be 1 o'clock. And through the tree, yeah, the sun's probably going to bleed that out, but that's, yeah, I'll cut that out. So I'm coming down the pass now, and it's pretty cool. You can see the trail winds up over here and then goes all the way down. There's a guy coming up, goes all the way down back to the bottom. And I heard from some girls that just passed that I got another pass to climb today. Called Rock Pass, and that's the one that has a spectacular view, so gotta get there today too. And of course this is straight. It doesn't, you know, the camera doesn't give it justice. That is straight down off this trail. And that's the valley view. Well, I'm still coming down this trail. I just learned. So the trail goes all the way down, turns down there, takes you all the way to the bottom, and then you can't see it, but I gotta hike all the way up to Rock Pass. So I got more climbing to do. Man, another tough day in Washington. Just had to cross a little snow section. Wasn't that bad, but you have to slip, you're gonna take a ride. It's pretty steep up here. Man, this pass is an ass kicker. The sun's gonna bleed it out. Woo. From that last video I shot, it didn't look that tough, but man, and I'm nowhere near the top. Getting there. Well, I made it to the top of Rocks Pass. Oh my goodness. You know, I've hiked Smokies, Southern AT. This was the hardest 12 miles I've ever hiked in my life over these two passes. But here's my view from the top of Rock Pass.
just had my reels first snow test. I had to walk down, up that and down it. It was a little sketchy coming down. There's my view. I don't think I'm ever going to get to this lake. But we'll get there. Got another snow patch. That's nothing though. Had to brace myself on that downhill. All right, I gotta get to this lake. Going downhill, and there's home for the night. So to get down there, I see a couple tents, so there should be plenty of space. Cool. I am ready to get to camp. It's probably about I've been started at 9 o'clock, and it's got to be pushing 5 now. And I stopped maybe once for 15 minutes. So good thing I got an easy hike tomorrow. Oh, and I've heard everybody that I've crossed paths with said it's a mosquito fest down there. So gonna have to deal with that tonight. It's all part of it. All right, Lord, just view after view. Well, making my way to the lake, I'm gonna show you. That's what I walked over to get to here. Work my way down to the lake. Wow, it's still a ways away. I think when I get there, I'll probably just drop in the ground. It's cowboy camp with the mosquitoes.